so many players are jumping, not just players, but Feherty, we've got Henrik Stenson, we've got Jason Kokrak, most players. Feherty's not. Charles Barkley's rumored to be doing stuff with LIV. The rumors are flying that he's going to play like in the Pro-Am event, and then I don't know, he might be a Pro-Am or some type of contributor. I don't know. It's all rumors right now. We know Stenson is in, and his Ryder Cup captaincy got gone. All right, you would expect that. Why'd he do it? Maybe he needs the money. I don't know, but a lot of people are jumping over that we just may not have expected. What about the Open champion? Is he going to jump over to LIV? Rumors are that it's going to happen. We'll find out. The event in Bedminster, New Jersey is next week. So he may, I don't know. It's exciting times. The real question is, why are so many players jumping over there? And commentators or contributors in some way, shape. But why are so many going over there? And okay, we know money is an issue for sure. Like at some point, you're gonna have a price. Like, man, that's a lot of money. Either you're set and you just don't want to deal with it, but I don't know. They say like everything has a price, so maybe that's it. Here's my thought. Like, yeah, that's a huge thing. Now, Feherty, why would he go over? Well, from my experience, and I don't know for sure exactly what Feherty was getting paid with NBC and Golf Channel. I do know from past experiences and things like that, some history, that like Golf Channel or NBC, they're just notorious for not being the most generous in terms of paychecks for people out there. Now, some people get paid great, and I'm sure Feherty got a nice check, but maybe it just could not even compare to what LIV was going to offer him. Also, here's what could be going on, because think about this. On LIV, what they're doing is they're offering like 25% ownership to like the team. For example, you're on a team, right? And I don't know all the particulars of how this works, but you have some ownership of that team, the principal members of that team. So let's say you're on Team Crushers on LIV, right? Then, and you're one of the principal owners of that team, then you could go out and secure your own sponsorship deals and do whatever deals you want with your team. You could have other corporate sponsorships. Your team could go play in other corporate events or charity events or do whatever they want, right? And you as team principal or part owner would recoup and have some ownership of that. You would make money off the team element of it. So you're a part owner of the team you're on. So it's very similar to the NFL here in America, the football teams. The NFL is like LIV, and then the Raiders, the Chargers, the Buccaneers, right? Those are the teams on that, and each team has an owner. So it's very similar to that, and there's other sports leagues around the world that do something very similar as well, but it's very enticing, right? You're getting in on the ground floor of something that could be, that it just has a lot of upside. There's not much downside to it other than the fact that you kind of get restricted from being on the PGA Tour or the DP World Tour, or you get your Ryder Cup captaincy taken away from you. Okay, what are the long-term penalties of this? We don't know for sure, but how long are you suspended off the PGA Tour? We don't know. So right now, it just looks like the upside far outweighs the downside. So for the players being on a team and having ownership, right? You're not going to go get drafted by the New England Patriots and then all of a sudden be a part owner of the team. Like if you were, you forget it. Like it would be unheard of. But that's kind of what's happening here is you're getting ownership from day one of starting in on. Plus, they're paying you a ton of money. Not everybody, but if you have a name, if you have a brand, if you're a popular player, you're getting a nice paycheck just to sign on. Plus, you are getting paid a ton of money just by being in an event. Like you're guaranteed $120,000 last place. So as long as you're not that person, but regardless, that's still a fair amount of money. So there is just a lot of upside here. So it's not just money. Yeah, it's money, but it's like legacy. And you think about like a Feherty, he goes over, he had a show on Golf Channel. And is that going to be something that he's going to be offered on LIV, a show? And not just a show, but would he have ownership in the show that he's going to be a part of? He's a great host. I like the guy. I've never met him personally, so I don't know him on that level, but he's funny. I like his announcing. He's witty. Take it or leave it, whatever. Everybody has their own opinion. However, if he had a show on Golf Channel, so if he gets a show on LIV and he gets to own the show, that's a whole nother piece of the pie that is not available really anywhere else at the moment. So that's why, in my opinion, a lot of people are transitioning over to LIV. Yeah, the money, but also the long-term benefits of it, of ownership. And that's something that the PGA Tour doesn't offer. You don't own anything. You are an independent contractor. You come in, you work your tail off, and after 20 years, you have a nice pension and you've had a great life. But maybe it's time to move on and look at other things. Or even new players coming in, starting a career, you're 20-something, you're just out of college, you're jumping on to the professional ranks, and somebody gives you an opportunity to be an owner. Like you're thinking long-term, legacy, your kids, your grandkids. NFL teams are passed down from generation to generation many times. And a team that starts off worth $1 million today, like there's not an NFL team worth less than $1 billion. So you just don't know how that's going to grow over the years. And for the risk reward right now, it seems like it's worth the risk to try it, especially if you're young. That's when you take risks. That's when you put your money in more risky stock market investments. When you're young, you don't do that when you're 65 years old. You do it when you're young. You take the risks because you can afford the loss and you can rebuild. It's not so detrimental than if you're at the very tail end. But now with what LIV is doing, like at the tail end of your career, it's even less risk. It's kind of more guaranteed money. So I know, say what you will. I get it. You could say whatever you want. But the facts are the facts. This is more than just all the money. And even the money, I guess you have an option. You can give your money to a government that you don't like, or you could take money from a government that you're not happy with. If they're giving, like, if you have an option and you're going to give it anyways, you might as well take it, right? That's better than giving it. Especially like if you don't like it, wouldn't you rather take from it and then take the money and use it for what you want versus just giving it to a government that you think or whatever that you don't agree with? I don't want to get political here, but I don't know. I think I would rather like, hey, if you're giving out money, I'm going to take it because it's better to be in my pocket than in somebody else's pocket, especially if I don't agree with the things that they're using it for. But if they're using it to give to me, hey, that's good. Thank you. And if you let me own something, Am I crazy here? Am I taking crazy pills? It seems like something, is it too good to be true? You let me know. Comment below. Let me know all of this. Let's try to keep the political stuff out of it. Let's just go like, would you do it for the ownership opportunity? Would you do it? Even if you're not happy with, the behind the scenes stuff, would you do it? That's really the question. A lot of them are doing it. And honestly, I'm like, I get it. I'd do the same thing. And yes, I still love the PGA Tour. I could love both. So can you. I watch the PGA. I watch LIV. I watch them both. I like it. It's not like I have to choose one or the other. We get it both. Like the viewer gets everything. It's fantastic, in my opinion. Plus, everybody's talking about golf everywhere I go. Even, once again, like, 'cause it's kind of Tiger-esque era. People are talking so much more now than they have in years because there's all this, controversy. Let me know your thoughts. It's my 2 cents. Thanks for listening. See you soon.